Just a shoulder. There you go.
I was talking about the other one, but hey, man, that's cool. Yes, we do appreciate our First Amendment. I love my First Amendment rights. And we do want to take you on a journey where the ground is uncharted. Oh, living by divine. Okay, God, tell me what I'm doing. Where am I going today? And today, we are going to have some vibrational healing with Joy Gardner. I'm sure that some of you have recognized Joy from some shows past. And we have Beth Sheba. I call her Beth Sheba. Her name's Beth, but you want to say hi to the people?
Hi.
To tell you how that divine works, Beth works up in Cashers at Soul Journey. And she works every Friday. And today she happened to call me up and say, "What are you doing?" So she got to come along, and she's going to be our guinea pig. We're going to do, shall I say that Joy's going to be doing some vibrational healing. And there's something else I wanted to talk to you about, and that's the Empty Bowl Project. And this is in Brevard, and they are inviting you to a soup lunch to benefit the Bread of Life, and that's a free community kitchen, and it's on Saturday, April 5th from 11 to 2 at the First United Methodist Church in Brevard. It's $15 for lunch and a handmade bowl of your choice. There's going to be some potters that are going to be making handmade bowls, and it's $5 if you just want the lunch. And the bowls are made and donated by craftspeople from the Carvel Dodson Studio for pottery instruction. Mud Daubers Pottery. Local musicians will provide entertainment during the lunch. And Michael Collins is going to be one of the guests that's going to be coming on in March. He does a whole lot for the community in Brevard and Transylvania County. He's going to be on the 14th of March. So we're looking forward to having him on, and we'll show you this up close and personal as we get going on. And then we're also going to show you Joy's book. It's Vibrational Healing Through the Chakras. And once our camera guy comes out here, then we'll show you this too. But enough for me and what I have to say. Beth, you want to say hi to the people and tell them where you're at and what you're doing and all that kind of good stuff?
Good evening. I'm down from down the mountain from Cashers and Soul Journey store, and I wanted to bring you a gift for the treasure chest. And it is, of course, nothing other than a Sheba's Wishes candle. This
Yay!
a bliss candle.
Yay!
It's got the appropriate herb, scent, and symbol, all guided towards happiness, and so it's appropriate that you're here with us. It's included. The symbol for this is the rune for joy. So.
Oh, wow, way cool.
So it seemed like it is a joy day. So.
And she didn't even know that Joy was coming, and that's that divine that we talk about. And this is our first gift for the treasure chest.
Excellent.
I
and
know.
I also
I know.
wanted to bring good through March is a gift certificate for Soul Journey, actually like a coupon. For 20% off gift items and 15% off books, CDs, and DVDs. So,
Way cool. Way
drop
cool.
that into the chest.
That is going into our treasure chest. I'll have to bring that next week, and that way you can see how empty it is. And that's something that we're you know, we're obviously not professional. And professional, you get paid, and we're still waiting for goodies. But we figure, well, if we can, you know, offer gifts, then maybe we can get some people to help do the show. more people to help. And Joy, say hi and.
You ready for me to start, or are you?
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? There is one more thing before you start, though, because you were talking about the Maharishi.
The Maharishi
Would you
is passing.
Would you explain to the people about that and what you're?
Well, about 2 weeks ago, the Maharishi did pass, and the gentleman that I guess it was did the eulogy in Washington D.C. is Dr. Mahapatra, who has visited us a couple of times up in Cashers at Soul Journey, and he conducts a meditation course for 5 days, and he will be joining us again March 5th. So he will be here if anybody would like to learn meditation through Dr. Mahapatra. He was the personal physician and secretary to the Maharishi for 27 years.
Wow.
So he knows his stuff. I've taken the course, and
Yeah.
it's definitely changed my life. And so if anybody would like to, you know, find out, just call Soul Journey up in Cashers.
Oh, you know what? I think that was one of the things we didn't put the contact other than the Soul Journey. What is the phone number up there?
828-743-1967.
Now,
Okay.
I'm new to Asheville. What is Soul Journey?
Soul Journey's a store.
Okay.
It's a gift store.
And it's where?
In
I
Cashers.
don't know where that is.
Cashers is about an hour and a half southwest of Asheville.
Oh, okay. Maybe I should come there
It's
sometime.
it's a
Yeah.
wonderful little
Yeah,
town.
it's just this little town in the middle of these mountains, and it's a really great store. It's been open about a year now, I think, isn't it?
In May.
A little over.
Is it your store?
No,
Oh,
not
okay.
my store. Deborah and George Reeves
Okay.
are the proprietors of the store. Wonderful people that have just created a great little circle in Cashers
That's great.
and the surrounding communities.
Wonderful.
Yeah, it's really cool. If you want to go, I know how we go. If you take 26 to exit 40, that'll get you on 280. Go towards Brevard and take 64. Take 64 west, and you will run into Cashers. So whichever way you get to 64, it's off of 64.
Exactly, and when you hit Cashers, when you get to the light, take a right, and it's down on the right.
Yeah, but it's a really cool place. So he's going to be there March 5th. Is that one?
March 5th. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So if anybody wants any information, you know how to get a hold of her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we got everything out of the way now, Joy.
All right, ma'am. That's very good. We can get rolling.
That's it.
All
That's
right.
it. So explain what you're going to do.
I
and-
surely will. So today I'm going to do a demonstration of vibrational healing, and the particular technique that I have originated is called Vibrational Alignment. And this is a copyrighted technique, and it consists of feeling the spin of energy at the chakras. So I think the best way for me to talk about it is have you, Beth, on the table. But before I take you there,
Okay.
let's you and I just talk for a few minutes and get a sense of how I might be able to help you.
Okay.
So do you have any pains or any problems right now? You know, vibrational healing, we work with all the chakras. And the lower chakras are about the physical, and the middle chakras are about the emotional, and the higher chakras are the spiritual. So it could be anything. So,
I did get struck with a headache.
okay, right
Oh,
now, do you have?
mhm.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about this headache?
I'm not quite sure where it's stemming from. It hit me earlier outside, just as a quick pain,
Okay,
a
where?
sharp pain, right in the front.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's a tension or sinus.
Do you think
Something.
whoops.
Getting some feedback there.
Yeah, having a little echo. I was just reading about echoes,
Echo.
and you know those caves where all the paintings are.
Mm-hmm.
They found that just about every place that they have a cave that has paintings is in a place where the echo is the strongest.
Oh, wow.
So that the people must have thought, this is a speculation at any rate,
Uh-huh.
the people must have thought that there were spirits in the cave, and they were honoring the spirits with their paintings.
Ooh.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah,
I
that's
like
definitely
that.
believable.
All right.
Because it's like, I mean, when we have the intuit, that there's no reason that they would have to write, because it was more of an intuitive
Yeah.
communication.
Right.
And that was, you know, I mean, that would really make sense in the
Mhm.
honoring of.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right.
Cool.
Now, so you have a headache, and let me ask you, the problem here is that this work is up close and personal.
Mhm.
And so I hope that you will be able to just let it hang out.
Mhm.
So I'm going to ask you, what's been going on recently, other than coming on television, which can be a sort of stress in and of itself, but are there any other stresses in your life right today?
I'm opening my own store.
Uh-huh.
That'll do it,
Uh-huh.
probably.
Yeah, yeah. And is there something in particular about that today that's a little heavier for you?
Not that I can actually think of, except just lists, running lists,
Yeah.
constant running lists. I've got
Yeah.
a notebook full of lists that I'm constantly making up and checking off. So,
So the head is constantly boom, boom,
yes,
boom.
it's full.
Yeah.
It feels very full.
Uh-huh. Yeah, a little pressure maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just a
When
little.
does the store open?
The store should open end of March. I'm not quite sure the date yet.
Okay, what kind of store?
It's a Native American Spirit Gallery.
Nice. Is that going to be in that town too?
Just before that town, in Lake Talksaway.
Okay.
It'll be
okay.
probably about 15 minutes before you get to
Okay.
Cashers.
All right, that sounds really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it.
I'll
but,
bet. Yeah,
but
I've never
it's-
seen a store like that.
No, I haven't
Uh-huh.
either. It's
Great.
I mean, except Cherokee. But
Huh, yeah,
Cherokee is
uh-huh.
strictly Cherokee. Mine is the what I call the mixed bloods.
Uh-huh, yeah.
It's
yeah.
those of us that aren't on the reservation, but
So you're one of those.
I'm one of those.
Okay. You know, I have met so many people in this town who are part Cherokee.
Mhm.
I'd say at least half of the spiritual people I've met are part Cherokee. I'm pretty impressed. Okay, so with the vibrational alignment, let me go ahead and get you to.
Okay.
Oh, now a little earlier, you and I were talking,
Mhm.
and you mentioned that you'd had some digestive problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can you just say a little bit about that? When that started, what was going on in your life?
About 4 years ago, I was eating a lot of meat and drinking way too much wine. So I knew what stemmed from the problem, why it's still continuing. I'm not sure, other than the wine. I do like wine, but I know what it was. And it was at the time a very big imbalance in my life. Of course, it was medically never diagnosed.
And so emotionally, what was going on in your life at that time?
Oh, I was just partying too much. I was playing way too much and not working hard
Okay,
enough.
so usually if you're partying too much, you're trying to cover up something. There's something you don't want to be looking at. You don't want to stay at home and think about things. Is there anything like that going on?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, was there a relationship perhaps that had ended around that time, or someone?
No, it was kicking up at that time.
Kicking
so
up,
At the
okay,
yeah, it was,
okay.
it was a full-on play date for about 3 years.
Okay.
It was a good time. Now, we lived in a wonderful place, and it was just excessive.
Okay.
Was a lot of excesses.
Okay. Now, the third chakra is where all your digestive organs are, except for the large intestines, which are in the second.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also a major emotional center.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very common when we have diarrhea or constipation that some major, like one of the symptoms of grieving is diarrhea or constipation, for example. So when we're under a lot of emotional stress, and a relationship starting can be just as stressful as a relationship ending. It's interesting. And so, now, whatever happened with that relationship?
Oh, it ended much quieter than it started. So yeah. You're right. The turmoil was way in the beginning,
Okay.
but yeah, it took a lot of heavy just playing just to keep up. So
Okay.
and it ended very well.
Okay, good, good. All right, so Beth, let's go over to the massage table.
Okay, thank you.
And bring your chair. Oh, no. Actually, you're gonna lie down on the massage table, if
Okay.
you would, please. And you might want to kick your boots off.
Okay, which end would you like?
You can put your head at that end. So can I get the camera over here on the crystals for a bit? Is that feasible right now? This is a bag that was made for me by a native woman in Alberta, and it's where I keep my main crystal. This crystal I use to feel the spin of energy, which I'll show you in a moment. And this is the only crystal I ask people not to touch. The other ones are the ones that I use to put on people's bodies, and I don't mind if people touch them. Excuse me. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. That's a pretty background behind me. Are you comfortable, Beth?
I am. Thank
Okay.
you.
So now I'm going to raise my chair just a little. And maybe a little more. Okay. So when I do a vibrational alignment, it normally takes about 2 hours. But this is going to be a mini alignment, okay? And the first thing I do is I like to sit in silence for a minute just to get centered. And then while I'm in silence, I will ask you to just go inside and be thinking to yourself what you'd like to accomplish with this session. And then I'll ask you to state it out loud just in 1 or 2 sentences. And the idea here is not so much for me as for the spirits that be, to inform them, to help them create this reality for you. Okay? And then, after the silence, and after you make your statement, then I will feel your overall energy. And I do that by holding my arms out like a big bird. And if I feel my arms being pushed back, I interpret that as your giving energy. It's kind of like your aura pushing back against my arms. And if I feel my arms being pulled toward you, I interpret that as your receiving energy. Okay? And ideally, I look for a balance between the giving and the receiving. Don't find it very often, but that's what I look for. And then, when I'm done with that, I'm going to take the crystal, I'm going to come down and feel the spin of energy at your feet. And as I go through each part of the body, I'll tell you what that represents. And, excuse me, so I'll feel the feet, the knees, the hips, and each of your 7 chakras up to the top of your head. And then if this was going to be a regular session, a 2-hour session, I would do that, and then I would go down each of your chakras back down to your feet. Going up usually takes quite a while. Coming back down is usually pretty quick. I'm just checking to make sure everything's in balance. Anything that's out of balance, I'm going to bring in the crystals. I'm going to put them on your body, or I may bring in some essential oils, or I may make sounds, or I might encourage you to make sounds, or we might talk. So, and a lot of different things can happen. Okay? Any questions?
No.
Okay. So let's just be silent for a minute. So a few things I forgot to mention. In the beginning, I'll also bring in the white light for protection, and I'll do an invocation, a kind of prayer, and if you feel like doing one, you can as well. And at the end, normally what I do is something I call shamanic sounding, and there are quite a lot of shamans who like to work through me, and they'll make their sounds. That is channeled sounds that I have no idea what's going to come out beforehand. And it's pretty exciting to me to just listen to what happens there. It's a lot of fun. And they also use my hands to move the energy around. And during that time, it feels like whatever we've done up until then really sinks in at the cellular level. Okay? Now, would you like to state out loud what you hope to achieve?
Banishing any pain or fear, and opening to more creativity and prosperity.
Good, good. Pain, fear, creativity, prosperity. You know, I think that the problems in your digestive area could definitely be related to pain and fear. And prosperity, that's also second chakra, creativity, second chakra, as well as throat chakra. So we're not going to have time to go through every single chakra, but let's for sure get right down to your second chakra. So I start out from the feet to the head, I go counterclockwise. Now, normally electromagnetic energy spins in a clockwise direction. But when I go counterclockwise, it's as if I was wanting to feel the pull of the tide and going against the tide. So I go counterclockwise to feel the strength well, when the energy is in balance, it's about the span of the hand and about the pace of the heart. If it's faster, slower, bigger, smaller, it tells me something is out of balance. Okay, so here we are, second chakra. It feels, no, it's not really second that I want with the digestive, that's really third, but your second, which I associate with sexuality, sociability, friendliness, and desire, your second feels kind of empty. Like in those areas, it feels like there's not much going on. Is that true?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's only right now that I can feel. I can't really feel much about yesterday or tomorrow. In the hips, I can feel about the first 3 years of your life. And it might be good to go to mom and see what's up there. But first of all, I'll stay on track here. So that's second. So because it feels like there's a deficiency at your second chakra, and second chakra is also your large intestine, so that is related to the digestion too. I'm going to use some second chakra stones, which there's really only 2 of them that I use, and one is carnelian, and the other is tiger eye.
Carnelian's one of my favorites.
And this is a carnelianized agate. And I actually worked both of these stones. I do lapidary work, and they're really very beautiful. So the tiger eye is a more feminine energy, and the carnelian's a more masculine energy. So on the second chakra, I'll put the tiger eye at the left side and the carnelian at the right. So that'll be to pump up your second chakra. Okay. And we'll move on to your third. The third chakra, it's your inner light and how it shines out in the world. It's your gift, okay? And of course, it's also your digestive organs and your inner worth. All right. I'm going to make sounds to describe what I'm feeling here. So to try and put that into words, it's fear, trepidation, anxiety, back to fear. It feels like there's a great need for reassurance, a great need for support and love. And I would imagine that this project of yours of doing this store, that it feels like you're pretty much on your own with this, and it's a big thing that you're doing, and I want to surround you with angels and friends and wonderful beings to support you and help you through this, so that you don't have to feel like you're alone in this, that what you're doing is a beautiful thing, and that you really do have lots of support on the inner realms. And I want to get some, I used to think of the crystals as being like my little helpers, but the better I got to know them, the more I realized how profound they are and what powerful healers they are, and now it's more like I'm their little helper. So they're such beautiful beings, the crystal beings. Yeah. So this is a very beautiful citrine, the yellow quartz. I'm going to put that right at your third chakra, at the solar plexus. And then these are a couple of BC jade pieces. And BC jade is like father protect. Whoops, I know that sound. This is like father protective energy. So I'm going to put those right alongside of the citrine like that to give you support. Yeah. And that makes me think, I want to feel what's going on at your right hip, because the hips hold the energy in my system. The hips hold the energy of mom and dad in the first 3 years of life. The left hip is mom, and the right hip is dad. And it's also prenatally. And so when I feel the spin of energy at the hips, I can pick up on where your parents were at with themselves, with each other, and with you during that period of time. So I'm going to start with dad on your right side. I'd say that life was hard for him at that time. I'd say that he had dreams and expectations that were not reachable. And he had big obligations. And that he was emotionally withdrawn.
He's in the Navy during Vietnam.
So he really wasn't even home, right?
I think he was there when I was born, but I think he had been shipped out during the duration of my mother's pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Not quite. I don't remember quite the timeline, but he was in the Navy at the time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so, your early relationship with him, what was it like?
Good.
Uh-huh.
I'm a daddy's girl.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And did you feel supported by him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, as you grew up, was he there for you?
No, not always.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, my parents separated, divorced, and spent years not speaking to him. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now he and I are very close.
Oh,
so.
good. Good. Okay. So you think it would be accurate to say that there's a part of you that definitely has a longing for male supportive energy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to put a nice big piece of jade at your right side. You know, the stones hold, each of the colored stones has a particular mineral that is prevalent. And each mineral holds a specific energy, and it holds it steady. Our liquid crystal, a great deal of our makeup of our bodies is liquid crystal. And where am I up there? Oh, I see, it's over there. The camera's over on the crystal table. Okay, so our bodies are liquid crystal, and we are so emotional that our bodies go out of tune real easily. And when we're under stress and when something intense happens, we lose our balance. These guys keep their balance all the time. That's why crystals are used in clocks and radios and computers, because they keep a steady frequency that's totally reliable. So if you get the frequency that is in the right stone that has the frequency that's in harmony with a particular part of your body, then through entrainment, it can help that part of your body to relax and come into a balanced state. That's why we use the stones. And I find that I can do all this without the stones, but with them, the work goes from 2 to 20 times faster. Yeah. So while we're here, we might as well feel your mom. The left hip. I feel a sadness. I imagine she missed your dad. I feel that she wasn't as present for you as she might have liked to be. You think that's true?
I don't know. She was there. She was a full-time mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but to be present physically and to be present really emotionally is a bit different.
I mean, whoops.
You were going to say?
To my awareness, she was there, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
And I was the first one, so
Uh-huh.
I was her firstborn, so everything was probably feeling quite new and unsure of, possibly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we spoke about a headache. How's it doing right now?
Better,
Better?
much better.
Oh, excellent.
Can feel pressure, but not pain.
Okay, so let's see. Let's go on up there and see what we can do up there. Like having a leash. I'm going to stick this under your hand, your elbow. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to feel your third eye, spin of energy up here. Yeah, I can feel the pressure. It feels like you do put a lot of pressure on yourself to do things perfectly, to really get it right and have it just so. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So now, this is a kind of tricky thing. Maybe I could help you to relax about that a little bit, but then things wouldn't be exactly just so. So which is better, to have people come into your store and feel welcome and kind of cozy and relaxed, and things aren't totally in perfect place, or to have them walk in the store and things are a little uptight, but everything's in the perfect place?
That's a tough one.
Probably the cozy, though.
I know for me, I'd rather walk into a store that was cozy. I remember when I was growing up, my mother had a perfect house. She had the plastic on the furniture in the living room and that sort of thing, you know. She had a perfect house. And it was never comfortable for me. And I loved going over to my friend's house where things were a little messy. You know? It just always felt so much more welcome to me. Yeah, so maybe you could just relax a little bit and put up with a little bit of imperfection. And you know, actually, I've spent, you know, I lived with the Hopi for a month. I've spent quite a bit of time with Native friends, and well, I'll tell you, they're not into perfection. It's kind of funky most of the time, but it's heart. The heart is really so strong, and I think that's what I value in my relationships with my Indian friends. That heart and soul connection. Yeah, so there you go. Let me get a little stone for your third eye. Let's see what, you know, amethyst is a real nice one to use for that. And amethyst kind of transmutes the energy. So we'll put this crystal on your third eye and hope it doesn't fall off. Let's just leave it there for a minute and see how that feels.
Pressure's relieving.
The pressure's relieving. Good. Don't move your head now. So how are you doing?
Good.
And do you feel anything with the sounds?
Anything how?
Well, did you feel a difference in your head, or did you have any visuals, or did anything shift around at all for you?
The head feels like it's on the same path since you put the crystal.
Okay.
It's the amethyst up there.
Uh-huh.
And it's feeling just cleared out.
Good.
The chanting just made me think. Wondered if it was a chant you already knew, if it was a chant you were getting, where the location of who you were getting the chant from, where they came from. A series of thoughts.
So I'll answer your questions. I'd never heard that chant before. It just came from spirit, especially for you at that moment, and it felt Indian to me. It felt like it was really reassuring you about the spiritual part of your endeavor, and that you're on the right track, and just being there to comfort you, and also to remind you that to keep that your main focus, and everything else comes down from that, the spiritual part.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Like I said, when I make the sounds, I'm there listening as much as you are, and I liked it. I found it very soothing and comforting, and it had that Native American feeling to it. That it felt very loving toward you. Yeah, yeah.
And it felt bird in nature to me, too.
It felt what?
Bird, like eagle or
Bird.
like almost chanting to a bird or
Nice. Yeah.
from a bird or with a bird, you know. That's what I was thinking.
Now I'm just realizing that because I was doing an abbreviated vibrational alignment, I don't believe I felt your overall energy at the beginning, did I? No. So I'm going to come back and do that now.
Release.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. It's just your boots I got to Oh dear. And Lisa, let me ask you, do you need a certain number of minutes at the end to wind up?
5.
Okay. All right. So, overall energy. Well, that's interesting. Like I said, normally it goes back and forward, but with you right now, it went a bit up and then a bit down. So the nice thing is that there's a balance. It almost feels like breathing, you know, the inhaling and the exhaling. But it's a nice gentle balance here. And it felt like when it went down, it felt like as it was going down that you were relaxing, that you were, I think, you know, what I want to inspire you to do is to really, really trust in the vision that put you in this project in the first place, and really knowing that it's not so much like you have to struggle to make this happen. It's like there are beings out there that want this to happen, and you're helping it. And if you really allowed them to be more in charge and you to be less in charge, I think you'll find that it just has its own flow and energy, and it'll be a lot easier. Yeah. Okay. So, yes?
There is a large group of people that are all involved, that are helping be involved, including my significant other, who really has been just wonderful and helpful.
Terrific.
He's been a wonderful rock.
Great. Okay. So now I'm going to, normally I start at the feet, but I'm going to come down to the feet. The feet are about being on your path and going forward in life. The left side is the feminine side and is often influenced by your mom. The right side is the masculine side, is often influenced by your dad. So I'm going to feel, I want your feet a little further apart. I'm going to feel the spin of energy at your left foot. That one just feels like it's trucking right along. Like it's, I know where I'm going and I'm gonna get there. It's a really nice energy. Okay, right foot, the male side. This one is a little more slow and thoughtful. It checks things out. It ponders about things. It's very, very, very different energy. But it feels like they're very good mates for each other. Is that how you experience your going forward in life, that you have both elements there like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, good. That feels real nice. Okay, your knees are about responsibility and how you feel about that. I'm at your left side, your feminine side. It worries. It gets uptight. Not terribly, but it gets stressed out. I have an impulse to make some sounds into your kneecap. Does that feel familiar at all? Sometimes if we make sounds to express the energy that's sort of hidden inside, then it allows the energy to come out, and then we can make sounds that are nurturing and healing. But I want to put a stone at that knee first. Have you had any problems with that knee?
Yes. It wants to go out.
It wants to go out.
It does. I can feel it. Just when I turn around and stuff, sometimes it's like one of these days. It's gonna let me get back up or something.
Okay. Let's remove that program from your head.
Okay.
Cancel. And right now I'm going to put an aventurine on your knee, which is this lovely stone that's really good for
Just been thinking about an adventure.
Yeah.
For that.
for setting out on new adventures, which you certainly are. And do you do toning at all?
No, I like to do yoga sometimes.
Okay.
Not like I should.
Okay. Well, you know, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to mention that on the 29th of March at Black Mountain at the Light Center, I'm going to be doing an all-day healing voice workshop. Yeah, and it's $75 to $100 sliding scale, and it's just a way of spending the whole day making incredible sounds. Sounds for healing, and sounds for expressing the heart, and sounds for communicating. It's a lot of fun. That knee, if you could get uninhibited like I just did, start making sounds for that knee, I could just about guarantee you that you will not have to worry about it going out on you.
Right.
Yeah. And if we had more time, I'd show you some exercises for toning for the pain in your body and get you to tone for your knee. But if you come to the workshop, then we'll do it there. And as long as I'm making announcements, I'm also going to mention that on Tuesday, February 26th, I think that's it, at Crystal Visions from 7 to 9, I'm doing a workshop on crystals and the signature of stones, and that's $10. Okie doke. So, back to your knee here. Oh, it feels much better. I don't know if you can feel any difference in it just lying down, but I bet when you stand up and walk, if you were feeling any discomfort before, I bet you're going to feel that things are more aligned there, happier. Okay, now this one is your right knee on the male side. Again, this is responsibility. There's a slightly aloof feeling, sort of like it doesn't want to get too involved. So there's a sense that your female side is carrying massive responsibility. Your male side isn't being there in full support of your female side, and so there's an imbalance there, and she's having to work too hard, and he's not working hard enough. If we had more time, we could do some stuff to try and bring that into balance, but that seems to be the dynamic here. Not a major thing, but I bet if you felt more support at this level, then you'd feel more support at this level, and you'd have less of a digestive problem, that wanting to get things kind of in balance down here. But we're running kind of low on time. I'm going to put another a stone on your right knee, and then I want to do some shamanic sounding for you. I don't want to pass that up. How are you feeling?
Great.
Good.
Very good.
So I'm looking for a stone that is strengthening. Oh, hematite. Hematite's a great one for energy and strength and
Grounding.
Yep. All righty. So let's see. When I do the shamanic sounding, I have no idea what's going to come through, and I tend to kind of move around wherever I'm guided to go and just let the sounds come out. So we'll see. So how are you doing, Beth?
Very well. The amethyst got very warm.
The what?
The amethyst on
Yeah,
my
on
head.
your head, yeah.
Oh, very warm.
Uh-huh. Nice. Okay. So when you're ready, you can get up, and I'm going to give you an obsidian to hold on to. The obsidian, this big old obsidian, is very grounding. And I always give that to people at the end of a session because it helps them to drive home.
Good, thank you.
You're welcome. So just take your time, and when you're ready, you can get up and just watch out for the crystals as you swing past there. So, Lisa, we can come back and talk a little bit.
Beth's just having fun. And it's like I got to have fun behind the camera. So I had just as much fun as you girls had.
Oh, I
Yeah,
feel
well, I guess
awesome.
if we can hang right there, right where Beth sat, and
Oh, okay.
don't worry about over here.
All right.
We'll just slide our chairs over.
Okay, we'll come join you then. Well, you
I'll
can
move.
sit there, yeah.
Oh, I feel wonderful.
Oh, good, good. Yeah, you look really bright.
Hey, I'm
Yeah,
back
I
again.
feel much
Aren't you
lighter.
guys lucky?
You feel much lighter.
Much lighter.
Yeah, you look lighter. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
You get a close-up of her face and see how pretty she looks.
How rejuvenated?
Yes.
Is that what it
I
is?
Yeah.
feel much brighter and lighter and
Yeah,
Yeah. He's gonna go in and get a.
we'll get you up close.
There we go. Say hey.
Yeah.
Whoa, she's feeling good.
Really bright, really bright.
Well, here you
Excellent.
get to hold the book and show them. That's Joy's book, and that's what she had just done: vibrational healing through the chakras.
With light, color, sound, crystals, and aromatherapy. Yeah.
it's wonderful.
So you're glad that you came as the guinea pig today?
Oh, is it my lucky day or yours? I think we were both lucky.
That's it. That's it. And that's what it's all about. That's definitely what it's all about. So how long have you been doing this?
Oh, well, I've been doing healing work for almost 35 years, and the
Right.
vibrational work probably about 20.
About 20.
Yeah, I have another book called Color and Crystals, which is temporarily out of print. We're working on a revised edition, and that one sold over 60,000 copies, and it's been out for more than 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really cool.
Mhm.
Especially back when it wasn't the in thing to do.
Well, it's kind of it's been in and out, in and out, in and out. When
Right.
Shirley MacLaine was around, it was really popular.
Uh-huh.
It was very big for a while, and then poof, it all went very flat for a while. So,
Went
that,
down,
but
yeah.
the Color and Crystal book hung in there. When other books fell away, that one hung in there. People say that they like my books because it combines the mental stuff with the experiential stuff, with the explanations that are very easy to understand. And this one especially has a lot. It has quantum physics, it has history, but it has a lot of experiential stuff. And
You've written how many? Is it
11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I had said. I thought that it was like 11.
Yeah.
And we're winding down. I don't know exactly. What do we have? A couple of minutes yet, Chris?
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, about 2 minutes yet. Okay, because
So did you run my phone number?
However you want to do it. Yeah, your phone number's up in green. We're going to see Joy's information. Yeah, it's been scrolling along the top.
So I do private sessions in West Asheville, and my phone is 808-345-5838.
There we go.
Yeah.
And if you didn't catch that in time, you'll see it flash in front of your screen again.
Or go to my website, highvibrations.net, HIGH, or even you can go to joygardner.org, and that'll take you up there. So.
Oh yeah, joygardner.org. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. And she's just sitting there smiling. And that's what it's all about. Now, here we go, Joy Gardner. Get ready, grab your pens. Okay, start writing. There's your phone number. And that is your Hawaii?
Yeah, I
Still
lived
Hawaii
Hawaii for 10 years, but I still have the same cell number. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I get calls and from people here, and it's like they have their cell phones from
all over the place.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you never know where you're
Right,
where
right.
you're gonna be.
Yeah.
But I know you gotta have a lot of things, and I missed your crystal show.
Well, we've got still one coming up on, I think it's Tuesday, the 26th, at Crystal Visions.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, that's this Tuesday. This Tuesday at Crystal Visions.
Yes.
Okay, and that is off of 25.
Yes, right.
Right
Well,
outside of Asheville?
You take 26 and turn off on 25. It's
Right.
exit 44.
Exit 44.
Naples, yeah.
Okay.
Fletcher Mountain Home exit,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
And that is what time?
That's 7 to 9,
7 to 9,
and $10.
$10.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Well, as usual, next week it is going to be Appalachian Ghost Hunters, and Philip is from the local area. We had a scheduling conflict, so thank you for helping me figure out who was where and when, and And have a great day, because I'm going to plan on
Thanks for having me, Lisa.
You're
And thanks for
welcome.
being my
Thank you.
guinea pig, Beth.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
and stop back and have fun with us again sometime because we try to have fun around here. And Matt was ill today. He's got that flu.
Yes,
And
maybe come back next week and help me.
there we go. Say, keep it going because it's taping, and then that way we can just throw it on. Take us off. See you. Keep
That's
it.
on my show before another show again.
Hey, keep it going. Take us out. See ya. I told you it's not a professional show. What can I say? I know, but we're still taping. Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. No, I'm talking about for the reruns. Yeah. No, take us off. Leave it run. Take off our sound. Because we're almost